50 years ago tonight, Senator Robert Kennedy of New York was shot and killed after winning the California primary in the 1968 quest to win the Democratic presidential nomination. His last words to the crowd were, "My thanks to all of you. Now let's honor Chicago and let's win there." Alfred Lowenstein, who drafted Bobby Kennedy in the fall of '67, Bobby said no, and then Lowenstein recruited Eugene McCarthy of Minnesota to run. And Lowenstein's heart was always with Bobby. And he said later that Bobby Kennedy's death is the only death that continues to get worse. And 50 years later, it still hurts. If you look at the train tracks and the people that lined those tracks when Kennedy's funeral train went from New York to Washington, you had 6 deep, 12 deep in spots. Working class whites, cops, little leaguers, saluting the train, blacks. You had one group of black Americans who sang the Battle Hymn of the Republic. He had united working class whites, blacks, white liberals, white moderates, working class blacks. It was just an amazing coalition. No one has done that since. No one has captured that kind of coalition since. Some of the poor whites who voted for George Wallace also supported Bobby Kennedy. I mean, it was like nothing we've seen since in terms of that kind of outpouring. The speeches we still remember, appealing to our higher angels, although efficiency can lead to the camps of Auschwitz and the streets of Budapest, only the ideals of humanity and love can climb the hills of the Acropolis. If any man says that Negroes should be content or satisfied, let him say he would willingly change the color of his skin and go live in the Negro section of one of our major cities. He gave people hope. The reason that he did so well with African Americans is because he believed that he stood up for them when he went to the Mississippi Delta and he caressed the faces and the stomachs of starving black people in the Mississippi Delta. And he went to see poor whites in the hollows of eastern Kentucky in the coal mines when they've been left behind. He did grow. He did evolve. He did see that other America, different from his early crew-cutted days on the DOJ or the Justice Department for Joe McCarthy in those days. He grew. People believed his change, his transformation. We could use that 50 years later. Speak to the higher angels, not just divide and conquer. We had that during Nixon. We have that now, frankly. And someday we hope to get back to Bobby Kennedy's message, and those are my 2 cents. My 2 minutes are brought to you by Capital Consultants and Edge Construction. Mike Tuig and his staff can read your kitchen, your basement, your bathroom, your staircase, make your home feel just like home. Next time we'll talk about more on this and other things on 2 Minutes with Mitch.